What's up, trainers? My name's Maddox, and this is Duodex Pogo. What's up, trainers? I'm Maddox, and this is Duodex Pokemon Go News. Stick around if you want to know all the essential information for this week in the new season, Timeless Travels. We have tons of stuff to talk about since the new season was announced because the full December event schedule was finally released. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. As always, we're going to kick it off with this week's Spotlight Hour featuring Feebas. So if you don't have a shiny Melodic yet, you won't want to miss this event. From 6 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, the fishies will begin flooding the map, giving trainers a much better chance of catching a shiny Feebas. This fan favorite is an excellent way to start off this new season, although I do wonder why the first Spotlight Hour is a Gen 3 Pokemon and not Gen 4. The very first event of this new season starts on Tuesday, and it's gonna be another route event. Many people are very disappointed with the current state of routes in the game, but Niantic has been trying to add more playability to routes ever since their introduction in July. Fun fact, since their introduction, more than 1 million routes have been made with the help of trainers all over the globe. Originally, the only purpose of routes was finding Zygarde cells, which take quite a lot of effort to obtain. But with this new update, the route NPC Mateo will be introduced. Mateo can be found at the end of routes or at Pokestops along the way, and he will present the trainer with his global gift exchange. This is a new feature that I assume will allow trainers to receive gifts and postcards from around the world without having to have friends. This is a new feature that I assume will allow trainers to receive gifts and postcards from other trainers around the world without having to be friends. This will also likely make obtaining each regional scatterbug a lot easier. On top of this, during this event, we'll have 1/2 hatch distance for eggs, 5 times XP for your first Pokestop spin, 3 times XP for every Pokestop after that, and double Stardust for opening gifts. I think that adding a new element to routes like this will hopefully make them a lot more fun and useful. I'm personally most excited for the shiny release of Hisuian Sneasel and Sneasler. Now let's get into upcoming and ongoing raids happening right now. At the moment, Reshiram is in 5-star raids with a 1 in 20 chance of being shiny, and I believe it's been about a year since we last saw this legendary in 5-star raids, so I know plenty of players who joined the community within the last year who won't yet have this amazing Unova legendary. If you want to easily get this Pokemon or catch it shiny before it disappears on December 9th, here are the top 5 raid counters that you should be using. As Reshiram has a 1.6 times weakness to rock, ground, and dragon type moves, you should be using Mega Rayquaza, Primal Groudon, Mega Garchomp, Mega Salamence, or Mega Diancie. And make sure you remember that on December 6th, Reshiram has a raid hour from 6 to 7 p.m. where it'll be spawning in almost every gym. Next up is Zekrom raids, which will replace Reshiram in 5-star raids starting Saturday, December 9th. This Pokemon is weak to Dragon, Ice, Ground, and Fairy type moves, which makes the best 5 raid attackers Mega Rayquaza, Primal Groudon, Mega and Shadow Garchomp, and Mega Gardevoir. This Pokemon will be available in 5-star raids from December 9th to the 16th and has a 1 in 20 chance of being shiny. Another raid you need to be looking out for is Shadow Zapdos, as during every weekend in December, this Pokemon will be available in Shadow Raids. And remember that Shadow Raids can't be accessed via Remote Raid Pass, so you need to be out there doing these raids in person. This electric bird can put up quite a fight in raids, so you need to be using Pokemon with Rock or Ice type moves, as these will do 1.6 times damage. The best Pokemon for this raid are Shadow Rhyperior, Shadow Mamoswine, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Diancie, and Shadow Rampardos. The odds of this Zapdos being shiny are currently unknown. As for Shadow Legendaries, the shiny odds can be anywhere from 1 in 20 to 1 in 450, depending on the event. The last raids we're going to be covering are the Mega Raids, and just for the sake of time, I'll be grouping these together. Currently, Mega Scizor is available via Mega Raids with a whopping 2.5 times weakness to fire. So you need to be using fire-type moves against this Pokemon, with the best raid counters being Mega Charizard, Mega Blaziken, Reshiram, Shadow Moltres, and Shadow Ho-Oh. This Pokemon has a 1 in 64 chance of being shiny, and would you just look at that shiny? It's definitely up there on our shiny tier list. And once Mega Scizor leaves raids on December 9th, Mega Altaria will take its place, with a 1 in 64 chance of being shiny that is just as cool as Mega Scizor's. This Pokemon has a weakness to Poison, Steel, Ice, and Fairy type moves, so the best Pokemon to use against it are Shadow Metagross, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Gengar, regular Metagross, and Shadow Excadrill. The Retro Cup will be the first special cup available during this season, and it'll last until December 15th. Only Dark, Steel, and Fairy-type Pokemon will be allowed during this cup, making the top 5 Pokemon to use Scrafty, Lucario, Galarian Stunfisk, Escavalier, and Registeel. To end our week off, on Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m., we will be getting another Catch Mastery event, this time featuring Ice-type Pokemon. Catch Masteries are simple little events where a couple Pokemon will be spawning more often with higher shiny chances, but they aren't quite as plentiful as, say, Community Days. As of right now, we don't know what Pokemon will be featured, but as soon as we do know, we'll be pinning a comment down below. If you made it to the end of this video, we really appreciate your support, so feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. See ya!